Hello, Meow.
Oh, meow.
And welcome back to the channel.
I'm Shift.
And I'm Electro.
And we are
Shift Roll Art.
Oh.
And we hope you guys enjoy today's video.
And don't forget to like it, Susan.
And let us know what you think.
I heard there's a comment section.
And with that, let today's video begin! Hey guys, we're doing episode 3 of the brand new Elf series. In today's episode, we're doing the Elder Elf.
Yes, and we would like you to comment your opinion in the comment section.
Could you be any more awkward? So, okay, we'll let you know a little bit of backstory that we came up with, like, on the fly, because we're mad geniuses.
We're, like, creative to the extreme, and, like, this storyline just, like, flows from our brain like a river.
Okay, so the thing is about the Elder Elves is that they have been around for eons. So the oldest of all elf races, they're like the ones that started all off.
And if you want to sound cool, say eons instead of years or decades.
Centuries. Which one's more? Decades? Centuries is more. That's 100. But then I feel like there's one for millennia. Millennia is 1,000. There we go.
I don't have my Googling device right now.
Okay. So, their horns and ears have evolved to be more in sync with the flow of magic. Their entire physiology has become in tune with all things wondrous and fantastical. Though their bodies take on very organic shapes, through the ages they have adopted a more geometric, man-made look for their fashion style. You can tell how old an Elder Elf is by how vibrant the colours of the magic inside them radiates outwards. So, a little bit about that is the horns and stuff and the ears, we wanted to look very organic shapes. Well, that was your idea.
Yeah, so basically with the horns, I was thinking about a completely different elf. I was thinking about what happens if the horns look like the places that they live. Like, if you have a sky dragon, what happens if it has a self-defense mechanism and it actually has its horns that has holes in it, and when it flies it makes a whistling sound, so that big, like, dragon predators in the sky will actually be warned off by these elves and be scared from the whistling sounds. And if it goes close to the earth and there's any, like, you know, things that could catch, you know, birds out of the sky, then they would be warned off too. So it'd be free to just roam around. So I kept on toying with that idea, and then I told you about it, and you're like, that sounds cute, but I think it'd be better if it was like an actual moving kind of thing instead, on an on an energy kind of elf.
Yeah.
And it was actually powers that are making it twist and form. So instead of it actually being like a frozen thing, it was kind of like moving liquid coming out of their skin.
Yeah, so it's like, it was just a really weird concept. It's like very psychedelic-y type of thing to it, and it was just like a weird abstract thought, and I was like, how do I even go about drawing this? It was just like, I remember going through like 20 different sketches for the ears and the horns, just to be like, it doesn't look like it's moving or it's like alive. And then it kind of got to this stage where it was like all wavy and stuff like that, which I thought, okay, that's cool. But then I had an idea when it came to the shading and stuff, where I was like, I'll do like these outer glows and stuff like that, where it just radiates like energy.
Yeah, and I believe that with the ear, you redid it even after I colored it multiple times just to get it that little bit more extra perfect.
Yeah, I know, it just always had this weird look to it, like it was a little bit off. Like there's this one curve on the ear and it just made it look inorganic and not organic, and it looked like it was done purposefully instead of naturally.
It kind of looked like a stretcher hole.
Yeah.
Instead of an actual moving liquid object thingamajiggy.
Yeah, so it was just a really weird thing to like try and wrap our minds around, because it was just like so out of the box, because I'm very literal with everything I usually draw. I'm like, there has to be like a physical object for it to exist. Yeah. Because that's just how it works.
And now the whole concept of how we got the Elder Elf idea was because I was reading Dungeons & Dragons things, bios, and they have an Elder Elf species that apparently are like undead. Like they are the best warriors of their thing, and then as a trophy they get eternal life, and they get like a board, like you know how they have like boards that decide things and stuff? Like they get rewarded by being a bossy boots later on in life, and they get immortality, and they sit at this bench and they go, "Oh, I'm a bossy person. I decide all the rules."
Okay.
That's what I got from it.
Yeah.
So I was like, when I decide the colors for this, I'm going to decide. I've got this skin tone that I made for Polar Blocks.
Yes.
When we did that commission, I made a zombie/vampire skin tone, like undead skin tone.
Yeah, it's like a porcelain skin tone. It looks so good.
Yeah, so I used that with this because I figured that it would shade well, and plus all those reflections that you wanted to do with the glow would come out through the skin perfectly, because it's almost like grey, but it's not.
Yeah, because the idea was like the skin is supposed to be like a translucenty type look to it, where you can kind of see underneath the surface where the magic is flowing underneath the skin.
Yeah.
And so you can see all the colours and stuff just shining and glimmering through. And they were just supposed to be like rainbowy-esque, but not over the top rainbow. It's supposed to be subtle.
Yeah.
And just like nice looking.
And you know how we said with the previous video we wanted to do a monster braid, like a big big chunky one. We did it on this instead.
Yeah.
And I believe this wasn't how we were going to have it originally. It was just going to be short like the front. And then you're like, I think the back needs something. So we ended up doing this, and I was like, pull it back more, like have it that tight braid, but it's still thick.
Yeah, I feel like it's more like a fishtail braid than like a normal braid, just the way it looks to be.
Yeah, I get that. But like with the yellow, I decided to do that because ages ago there was this like really trendy looking chick, and she had like black and white striped outfit on, and I'm like, I love stripes, but I like those vertical ones instead of the horizontal ones. And she had this like straight across fringe, and she was dyeing her hair bright yellow, and I was just like, I've never seen anyone do yellow before in their hair besides Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
And I was like, I really want to do like a elf with this bright yellow hair.
Like honestly, I thought bright yellow hair was so tacky until Lady Gaga did it. I'm like, oh my god, it actually looks really good.
Yeah, it's like if you get like home bleach and you just bleach your jet black hair and you get yellow, it's tacky.
Yeah.
But if you bleach your hair to that white color and then you just put the yellow dye over the top, it's like somehow it's not tacky because it's intentional.
Yeah, like there's a different tone to it when you dye it bright yellow to the brassy yellow from bleach.
Because it's bleached undertone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I remember I used to have like bleached hair, and I'd sleep with toner in my hair just so it would be white or silver, because it would always go bright yellow and it just looks so gross. I'm like, I don't want that.
I always like the Goldie Hawn, the Kate Hudson, like blonde, the yellow blonde. And I'll just, if it's intentionally looking like natural, I liked it. But I never actually liked the silver or the bluey grey color, because I'm like, why, if I'm like a teenager, do I want to look like an old person?
Well, I liked it because it was different from what everyone else is doing. But then when I look back on it now, my hair looks so thin and damaged. I'm like, why did I do that? It looks so silly. I'm like, now I've got like pink hair, and I think it looks nice. It looks thicker, and I'm like, oh, I've actually got hair now. I'm happy.
And my hair's like black now, and I'm like, it looks so thick, and it's like actually holding curl for once.
So the other thing was the outfit, right? With them being so organic looking, I feel like after like 1,000 years, you'd just get over that whole trend of let's look like nature, let's be one with nature, and then eventually you'd twist and do like a 180 and go completely, all right, now I'm gonna go like full on man-made or elf-made kind of constructed looks that look inorganic and completely opposite to their everything, and I thought it'd be a cool contrast.
Didn't you call it geometric shapes?
Geometric, yeah. Like it's very constructed. It wouldn't be something you would realistically see in nature.
It kind of reminds me of like those first 3D printed outfits.
That was the idea. Like it's supposed to be the complete opposite of nature. And I was thinking of those when I was drawing it actually, and then a chessboard because I like checkers. So.
It's so weird. I hate chess, but I love checkers.
Yeah.
It's like literally I never understood chess, but I completely understood checkers.
Yeah. Okay guys, well that is today's video. We hope you liked it, and don't forget to
like and subscribe, but don't bother about the bell notification because you're not getting notified anyway.
Yes, because we've noticed we haven't been getting notified on videos. So just come back in a week's time and see if we've uploaded a video, because we're trying to do one a week again like we used to. So we'll see you then.
Bye, meow.
Bye, meow.